Sexual, eles é que tem que nos respeitar.
Não fazem nada. Eu acho que nem para procriadores serve mais.
Jamais eu tô pra você que você não merece.
Brazilian President Bolsonaro has built his platform on offensive and hateful rhetoric, and now he is accused of crimes against humanity. But how did he end up facing potential charges of ecocide in The Hague? The Amazon rainforest and the people who live within it are under attack. Deforestation has soared nearly 50% in the last 2 years in Brazil since Bolsonaro took over. Invasions of indigenous territories increased 135% in the first year of his term, and at least 18 people were murdered in land conflicts last year. Bolsonaro has been symbolic of Brazil's long and complicated relationship with its indigenous population. It's estimated that before European settlers in the year 1500, there were 2,000 tribes in Brazil. Within a year, 90% were wiped out through disease, which remains a problem to this day, but you have to tune in to Invicta News this evening to find out more about how coronavirus is affecting indigenous populations. Attempts to modernise Brazil over the last century decimated the population even further. By the 1950s, it was estimated that they would be extinct by 1980. In 1967, FUNAI, the government agency for the protection of Indian interests, was set up, and following the collapse of Brazil's military dictatorship in 1985, reservations were created in the Amazon to protect the tribes. And it worked. For a while. But successive presidents have become less and less interested in demarcating Indian reservations, added to by FUNAI's funding being slashed by Bolsonaro. The heavy pace of deforestation meant the indigenous people ended up all but surrounded. The WWF estimates that a quarter of the Amazon biome will be without trees by 2030 if the current rate of deforestation continues. Bolsonaro is only accelerating this. 11,000 square kilometres of rainforest were destroyed from August 2019 to July 2020. That's a 9.5% increase from the year before. Deforestation makes way for Brazil's booming agricultural industry of cattle and soy, but the Amazon is also rich in valuable minerals like gold and copper. Gold extraction uses mercury. 90% of the fish caught by rural villages south of the mining areas of the Tapajós River in Brazil were found to be contaminated with methyl mercury. The damage to the land itself is plain to see. The Amazon absorbs 2.2 billion tonnes of carbon a year. It's our biggest asset in the fight against climate change, and the Amazonian people are its guardians. But Bolsonaro has vowed to continue expanding into the ancient rainforest by any means necessary. A recent study suggested that Bolsonaro was deliberately allowing coronavirus to spread. The chief of the Kayapo people has accused him of trying to use the virus to eliminate the indigenous population. Bolsonaro's approval rating has been slipping, and the next election is only a year and a half away. But in a year and a half, 1 billion trees will be cut down in the Amazon. The clock is ticking.